Good morning. It's Maggie from New Dawn and the Lightworkers Way. I hope you guys are really well. It's Saturday here. I'm going to do a pick of our mystical healing oracle today. I'm still working on my homework, I guess you could call it, picking 5 things, and I will get to it. I've just had a really busy week this week. Some weeks are like that. Some weeks you've got nothing on, so you can do it. I'm home again because I've been out and about. I'm home again. I put on a big pot of soup, which I love on a weekend with toasties. You know, it's really nice and nourishing, and on a cold day it's really good. But I thought I'm going to pick. I was drawn to these cards. I feel like, excuse me, my self-care has slipped a bit this week because I've been so busy. But today, cooking is one of my great joys. I absolutely love cooking. And if you know me, you'll know that. So that for me is therapy. I go out there and cook something for the family. And today I've used up all the vegetables I needed to out of my crisper, threw them all together, and with pasta and a really nice crusty bread. We're going to have that for dinner tonight because I feel like, you know, sometimes things like that are nourishment for your soul. So food is, just one of those things that I love. And creating things is really good. And it's not fancy food. It's not like restaurant quality food. It's good, wholesome home cooking. And I like that. So that's what I'm doing this afternoon. I want to do a bit of sewing. So I'll get to that. But in the meantime, as I said, I've got to get back into my self-care because I have not had the time to do that this week. And I've got to get back onto it. It's no good saying it to you guys and saying to people, yeah, practice your self-care. That's really important. They're not doing it myself. So that's where we're at the moment. So I'm going to do one more shuffle, then I'm going to pick a card from our Mystical Healing Oracle because I was drawn to this pack. And hopefully this week I will have time and I will make time. And I know that I've said that before, but I will make time to do a recording and finalise the, because I think I've got 3 now, but I said 5, finalise what I needed to write down and go from there. To tell you what my 5 things were that I needed to manifest. Let's have a look. Okay, last shuffle. Sometimes they jump out, but not always. Okay, there we go. Let's have a look at this one. It says, stop breaking agreements. Isn't that appropriate for me? That is appropriate for me because that's what I've been doing all week, saying I'm going to do something and not following through, which I basically just talked about, which is funny. All right, so let's have a look at what this card represents. And when I pick a card, I generally think of the group as a whole, but if you get something out of this, that's fantastic. Immediately I picked this card and it came out. I thought, yes, that's the one we need to have, and of course it's the one that I need to listen about. How often do you say you are going to do something to a colleague, a friend, a family member, or yourself and then do nothing? It could be as simple as saying that you are going to meet someone at 2 p.m. and showing up late without calling, texting, or taking responsibility. Every agreement you break attaches like an energetic link to all the other agreements you have broken in your life and all the other people you have who also don't care about breaking agreements. This massive chain weighs you down and sucks the life force out of you, while hooking you into the vibration of failure. Keeping your agreements helps others to trust you and feel safe around you, and often your new opportunities will arise. It is also a sign of great respect for yourself and others. Successful people don't break agreements. If they do, they recognize this straight away. They take responsibility and make amends for the broken agreements by doing something extra. So the action involved in this card pick is think of the earliest agreement you may have ever broken. Now, in your mind's eye, take responsibility for it. Don't feel bad, just acknowledge it and then make your way back through your life. And remember as many other broken agreements as you can while taking responsibility for them all. This simple but mega powerful process will enable you to become a more dynamic human being. Make a decision to always try to keep your agreements, or it need be acknowledged if you have broken them, and then do something else to make up for it. Gosh, that is spot on. That is spot on. I need to take heed with that and really sit down and let that go into my system, because I do promise things. I try not to, but I do. And then something will happen and it will not happen, what I've promised. So that's not a good thing. I try to do my best, but at times my best isn't enough. So what I need to do is to be able to go back through the times I have broken promises or I have broken an agreement and take responsibility for them and try not to let it happen again. As I said to you before we even picked a card, sometimes I say, yes, I'm going to do this, and things happen in life and you don't get a chance to. I need to take responsibility for that and say, okay, that's not what I wanted to achieve, and then work for doing better in the future. I hope that card was useful to you. It certainly was to me. It was almost like, hey girl, this is what you did. Don't do it again, or work toward not doing it. Being responsible and saying, okay, we need to make that better. Wow. I wasn't expecting that. I was not expecting that. Thank you for listening to me. The other thing I really want to do now is just, if we can look at what's going on in the world, and there's lots of negative things going on in the world, take a moment out of your day. Even if we're in a safe country generally, for the most part, take a moment out of your day and give all your positive energy that you can spare, pass it around in the ether to the people that need it all over the world. There are many countries where they're hotspots at the moment, but if we can spare a thought and a heartfelt feeling for all these people, most importantly, look after you and your family and your loved ones. But there should be room enough for all of us to be able to send out some energy to these people with our thoughts and our feelings and your intent. So you mention the people that you want to send good feeling to, and speak it out loud. Speak it out loud, like I'm speaking now. Speak it out loud. I need to send, and I want to send my heartfelt feelings to these people in Iran, in Israel, the people in Israel, people in the Gaza, people in the United States that are dealing with this craziness, for all those people that their lives have changed dramatically and families have lost people. We don't need this in our world. We need a better world. So we can only do it by making each other care about each other. You don't get where you need to go with hate and with violence. You get there with love and tenderness and feeling for other people. I'm not lecturing you, but I know that that's the only way that we're going to achieve what we need to achieve. And we need to do it as a collective all over the world. The same people, instead of arguing and bitching and carrying on, we need to get on and send out lots and lots of positive energy and keep doing it. Keep doing it. That's what we need to do to heal, because healing comes from within, and once we can work on ourselves, we can also start projecting it out to where it needs to go, which is being human, looking after your fellow man. So I didn't want that to be a lecture, but I just needed to say that's what I'm getting at the moment, and that's what I'm working on doing, is sending out lots and lots of positive energy to all these people. And I'm not talking about anybody but the citizens of those countries, not the leaders, but the citizens of those countries, because I feel that they're the ones that are stuck. So that's all I'm going to do for today. As I said, I'm going to get on with my self-care. I hope your self-care is going really, really well. I know that I've let myself down with my lack of caring for myself this week. So I'm going to go and do some of that today. Self-care for me is about doing things that I love to do, but also practicing some being in the moment and not thinking about what's happening next week, how many appointments I've got, what I have to do right now. And sometimes just being still is important too. I did actually buy a book for myself yesterday, so I can't tell you how long it has been since I read a book. So I'm going to sit down and I'm going to practice some self-care by being in the moment and being still and enjoying that moment. Take care of yourselves. Have a great week. I'm not going to promise when I'm going to do this final exercise that I talked about, but it will be probably later in the week, but I will get to it. So that's my next thing to do. So take care of yourselves and have a great few days. Bye for now.